What's up, delicious faithful? If you have kids, or know someone who does, I highly recommend the new musical children's picture books by Emma Panil Music. Emma has more than 20 years experience as an author and musician and is dedicated to emotional understanding for kids and adults alike. Emma has spent countless hours researching the beneficial, psychological, and physiological effects of listening to instrumental music and has found that it decreases the anxiety level of children and increases their creative performance. What could be better? Listen to her companion piano music releases while reading both of her children's picture books, Gentle Dragons, Healing and Dealing with Emotions and Feelings, and Queen Tween the Cat, a story of gratitude and compassionate attitude. Both books are themed around helping children develop healthy emotional habits and positive attitudes towards life and towards others. If you're a busy parent, self-employed worker, creative, or just someone who feels stuck in a rut for motivation, check out Balanced Mind, a guided planner for overly ambitious, undermotivated, and anyone in between. It's a 52-week planner that walks you through a healthier approach towards organizing and prioritizing your goals. Also, check out my Terribly Great Ideas, the inspirational journal of 5 ideas a day, inspired by Earl Nightingale's The Strangest Secret, a book that will help you organize and stick to your creative endeavors. By sticking to these 5 ideas a day for 90 days, you'll end up coming up with 450 ideas. Wow. Just click on the links below for more information and be sure to subscribe to the author's email list. What's up, delicious faithful? If you have kids, or know someone who does, I highly recommend the new musical children's picture books by Emma Panil Music. Emma has more than 20 years experience as an author and musician and is dedicated.
This is Angstkrig, and you're listening to the Brutally Delicious podcast. Yeah, fuck. Here we go. This is Angstkrig, and you're listening to the Brutally Delicious podcast.
So
loud and clear.
Awesome. So you guys are in Denmark, is that correct?
That's correct.
Copenhagen,
Denmark.
Before we even get started, what's the world situation like there? Are you guys out and about yet, or are you still locked up?
We are getting out and about, but in a controlled fashion. We're allowed to have gatherings of 500, I think, outside now.
Oh, good.
Yeah, so we're looking at the European Football Cup coming up this next month, so people can gather and watch the matches together. So that's a positive thing.
It's nice. Life is coming back.
Oh, slowly, yeah. Looking forward.
Yes. So the second thing is, I don't want to butcher this name. How do you pronounce the name of this band? Angstkrig?
Angstkrig, so Angstkrig with a G at the end.
Okay, well, I was close then. Not too bad for my American bad butchering.
Oh, that was all right.
That was all right. So for those not familiar with you guys, can you give us the 2-sentence boardroom pitch?
Yes, we are Angstkrig, and we are black and roll, black and metal duo from Copenhagen, Denmark. We play what we call Nordic Black Metal, and our own eclectic style of dark and black metal.
Okay.
So that's the short.
That's perfect. So just jumping in then, when you say you played Nordic Black Metal, so were you influenced by the originators or the beginners of the black metal scene over there in Norway?
Of course, both musically and I wouldn't say spiritually, but our lyrics, like the Norwegian black metal bands, they went up against the Christian church. Sure. We go up against actually a bigger, not the enemy, but what we are criticizing and trying to offer other ways to think than the modern way of thinking. So we're up against modernity, so to speak.
Okay.
But of course, on the musical side, the Norwegian black metal is at the very core of our music. And then we spice it up with the Danish groove, the Swedish death metal, the Finnish dark metal, the Icelandic melancholic and atmospheric metal and rock music. So yeah, it's a melting pot of everything Nordic.
Okay. When you say ideologically it's similar to the Norwegians, or you're going against like modernity or Christianity or whatever it is, are you really looking to change anybody? I mean, is there like a message you want to change people, or are you just kind of saying, here's what my ideas are, take them or leave them?
Yeah, exactly. The last part. We're just putting something out there, an alternative way of thinking about things. And also we're offering hope and offering tools, we would say, to think differently.
Right.
And that's a huge part of our not only our lyrics and the message we try to put across, but also in the way we visualize this orchestra and the way we do our music. It's all about doing things differently. Also to challenge ourselves. So it's a challenge to ourselves, and it's a challenge to, hopefully, a bit of a challenge to the listener, experiencing something new.
And I think it's probably pretty timely in this era where everybody's got like this herd mentality, or this, nobody's really thinking for themselves or letting everyone else do the thinking for them, or buying into group mentalities. Does that make sense?
Yeah. It makes sense. We can't like escape group mentality, but we can always try to challenge the consensual way of thinking and acting and stuff like that. Right. So yes, it's not like you have to break free. It's more like here's some tools to break free.
Right. Okay. So let's talk about the record for a second. Again, I don't want to butcher it. So if you want to, I'm not even going to try it. Sky something, but go for it for me. I don't want to insult you.
It's called Skygges.
Oh, I would have never gotten that.
No, it's called SKYGGESPIL.
Yeah, I would have never been there.
Which is shadow play.
Oh, okay.
Well. So skygge is shadow and spill is play, so it's SKYGGESPIL.
Excellent. I've listened to it and I kind of dig it, but I was wondering, how did you get all those? You've got kind of a plethora of who's who joining you on this record. How did that come about? Are you friends with them all, or were you beforehand? How did that work out?
Yeah, it's we made some songs meant for solos and some vocal appearances, but we couldn't play a solo even if our lives depended on it. So it's good to have good friends you can call up and who lays down wonderful guest appearances that takes the whole record to another level. So yeah, that's kind of how it got about. We were in lack of solos, and we just called our friends up.
Nice. So considering it's a duo and you're hiring people out or using people outside of your band to do this, the solos and things, what are you guys going to do live, or is there no plan for live?
There are plans for live. We are setting up some Danish dates in late autumn, and then hopefully we can start branching out to Europe in the beginning of next year, and then hopefully go further and further from there. But yeah, of course we have to see what the pandemic allows. But the live setup, it's going to be different. It's going to be not your traditional rock show. It's going to be more of an experience. And we're still building it. We're still contemplating ideas and playing around with different ideas. So yeah, the next coming months, everything will take shape, and we will know more about how we want to present ourselves live.
Okay. So with that being said, then, when you're writing your songs, are you writing them like how they're going to come across on stage in that more of a theatrical setting, or are you writing the songs and then adapting later on?
It's the music that's the leading factor. So it's the music that decides how we look, how it all is visually. So both how our personas look, but also how we're gonna present ourselves on stage. So it's music first, then everything else.
Okay. And then when you guys are writing, is it more the efforts of you guys? I guess you're both in Denmark, so were you able to write together during this whole thing? That's nice.
Yes, we were.
Do you write together in the same room then, like bouncing things off each other?
Luckily, we actually wrote and recorded this record right before the pandemic hit.
Oh, okay.
So the challenge has been that writing during the pandemic, that's for sure. So we have we already have a lot of new sketches for new material. So like coming together and putting the new songs together, that has been quite a challenge. But yeah, the debut SKYGGESPIL, it was settled.
Do you find it difficult putting or marketing and getting a record out, releasing a record in this culture or in this mess we're in?
Yes, definitely. It's always tough, but it's also a fun and interesting challenge to do things differently in a different setting. So of course there's a lot of bumps on the way, but we work around them and we make it work, so far at least.
I think the new model, the way the business is, and well, this whole situation caused a whole new model. It sort of evens the playing field a little, right? So for bands like yourself, you have almost the same sort of playing field as the bigger bands because everybody's just releasing stuff online now, right? I mean, does that make sense?
True, yeah. But still, you have these gatekeepers, like on the whole digital scene, like Spotify and Apple Music, and you have these gatekeepers, these editors of playlists who actually who can decide whether or not something should be a hit or not. Right. From here in Denmark, we have Lucas Graham. He went to the States all of a sudden because Spotify. That's the legend, at least, because Spotify wanted to Spotify. So they pushed him out into the American market, and he became a thing. But yeah, that's very democratic sort of place, but still there are some differences because the bigger labels they bought a lot of shares in Spotify and stuff like that, so they might have a bit of an exclusive access to playlists. So yeah,
they always find a way to get in there somehow. Yeah. Are you guys planning?
It's
Go ahead.
Sorry.
I was going to say, are you guys planning on doing any sort of live streams or fan interaction kind of stuff, or is that not really what you guys are about?
Not at the moment. I guess we're going to do it when it's not necessary anymore.
Nice.
Just to be different.
Just to be different. And what do you have planned for the future? I know you said you're writing songs. Any kind of dates lined up at all? You got the couple in Denmark. Is there anything further on down the road, or?
No, not yet. People are still very cautious about setting up too many dates. But hopefully we're gonna get on some tours around Europe with bigger names and kind of leash on their audiences, nice. Get some new fans. Yeah,
I have two more.
That's the plan.
Oh, that's good. I have two more for you. One, what is the significance of remaining anonymous?
For us, it's about the music. So we really want people to listen to the music and not focus on the people behind the music. There's a tendency in our time, because mainly because of social media and these entities that kind of it's all about self-promoting and becoming something, becoming TikTok famous or Instagram famous or stuff like that. And for us, it was just a way to make people focus on what we think is important. But we realize that this can be a paradox, that people can start spending too much time on digging who's behind the veil. So if that day arrives, we might have.
So we shouldn't expect to see any TikTok videos from you anytime soon, dancing?
No, not yet. Not yet.
Not yet. It's coming up. Hey, do you have your mic clipped on your neck?
Nope.
Oh, I'm getting some weird static all of a sudden. All right. So lastly, a couple times I read in your bio about a mentor who tutored you both or mentored you both. Who was that, and what is the significant? How did he or she or the person get involved in your life?
Oh, I can't tell you who exactly it was, but it was someone near and dear to us, who showed us a way into to heavy rock music and heavy metal at a fairly young age, and started lighting a fire within us to also become creative and also to perform and become a part of this metal scene. Someone near and dear to us. That's what I can tell.
That's fine. Do you still keep in contact with that person? Are they like mentors still?
Maybe not. That is actually an excellent question. In some respects, still a mentor. In some respects, not. But still, we're still in close contact.
Okay. Thank you, my friend. I appreciate you taking the time.
Of course. Thank you for having us.
Hey, stay well, be safe, and we'll talk to you soon.
You too.
Cheers.
Bye. Cheers.